The Palm Beach Civic Association brings you Palm Beach TV, the island's only newscast. We're sponsored by the Fortin Foundation of Florida. Our mission is to inform town residents about the unique challenges of island life and to highlight the actions and achievements of our leaders and the dynamic people who live here. Now the news.
Welcome to Palm Beach TV. I'm Wendy Rutledge. Though the crowds here are dwindling somewhat, we have been here all morning to a packed house of residents as they started to give their input to the town about the all-important code review and reform process.
How exciting is this that we are actually all here together? This is a team effort, and I want everybody to know that, and everybody's voice is important.
To a crowd of a good 100 residents or so, the town's code review kickoff gave the consulting groups who've been advising the town for several months now, along with residents, plenty of time and opportunity to express exactly why the current building code needs to be fixed.
Did you know our building code has 7 different definitions of height? 7 or 9? Anyway, too many. Which one do you actually use to figure out what you're supposed to build?
You have a zoning code that is being outmaneuvered by changes in the market and accelerating growth, changes in the level of the sea, and changes in the ways and demands for how we move around.
I think people, including myself, are pretty fed up with some of the new construction happening. There's obviously a need to change the building code.
The zoning code is broken. As the mayor said, there are 9 definitions of building height right now. And so we end up with a lot of these large oversized homes in the North End where we live.
The oversized structures going up on the often smaller lots of the North End, a problem the mayor has heard about repeatedly from residents.
I've lived in my house for 40 years. I have a lovely 1-story house on Sao Pueblo, and all of a sudden I have a monster house going up next to me, and FEMA requires it to be built at 7.5 feet, and I'm at 4 feet. So what do we have? So you have that So we have a problem. So this is what we're trying to fix.
Clearly, the zoning code needs updating, which is why residents today were asked to weigh in.
If there's any term that you feel is important in Palm Beach, put a dot next to it so we know that, for instance, we put a lot of emphasis on pedestrian infrastructure, and so we're starting to collect items of interest to the population.
Zoning's really wonky. It's not easy to understand, but I think most of our residents know what they like and don't like.
Today's open house style kickoff was in large part an invitation to town residents to really dig into the topic at the Design Palm Beach week-long event starting February 27th through March 2nd. For a full week, designers, consultants, town staff will all be on hand at the Mandel Rec Center to not only take citizen input, but to provide live sketches, models, and plans of what code changes might actually look like.
There'll be people there illustrating things to help us visualize the impact of any sort of zoning or land use change and what it would actually look like.
The town is in listening mode now as it tries to refashion a code written in the 1970s as a one-size-fits-all set of rules and regulations to something that can flex to accommodate the varying characteristics of the North End, Midtown, and the condo strip on the south.
I think a smart code that's more useful in the future acknowledges the very differences you're talking about.
I think at the end of the day, if we end up with a custom-tailored, clearer, more consistent, more user-friendly, more resilient, more defensible zoning code, it's going to be a success for Palm Beach.
From car theft to identity theft to dangerous possibilities that may affect you and your family, the world has become much more complicated, and we might fall victim to scammers and criminals much more easily than ever before.
Many boarding passes by certain airlines are encoded with all sorts of data about yourself. Most people throw them away in the airport. You should never do that. You should bring them home and shred them. There's still one airline that I am familiar with that they have your name, your home address, your date of birth, and your passport number encoded on that. It takes a little work to figure that out, but the bad guys have plenty of time.
You don't want to miss our Signature Series event featuring Michael Ryder and cybersecurity specialist Ryan Paradis of First Republic Bank, who will enlighten us about the dangers we may not even know about and how to protect ourselves. That's Monday, February 6th at noon at the Beach Club. Call our office or reserve a spot online. That does it for us today. As always, we thank you for watching and follow us anytime on our website or social media. And we'll see you next time right here on Palm Beach TV, a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association.
Palm Beach TV is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. We thank our sponsor, the Fortin Foundation of Florida, and encourage you, our viewers, to let us know how we can provide news coverage that best serves our members and residents.